from life, congratulations. If you did not get your light to turn on, that's okay. The purpose of that is to get you comfortable trying and experimenting. Does that make sense? So we're going to go over each material in front of you, and then we're going to try this again. So I want you as a group to find the thing that is a solar panel. Hold it up so I can see. Oh, you can't have it drooping. There's heads. I was like, I see the wires, but I think that's what it is. Okay. What does a solar panel do? It gives light. Turns light into energy. What type of light?
Sunlight.
Sunlight. It could also be the flashlight on your phone. Anything that has photons, the solar panel can turn into energy or electricity, right? So you got one thing you guys already know. Now let's pick up the next thing. Where is your coin cell battery? Hold it up. Some of you have already popped them open, but that's okay. So what does a coin cell battery do? What does a battery do?
Has energy.
Supplies energy or electricity, correct? So if I need to turn on an electronic device back in the day, before all these charging cables and lithium-ion batteries, what did I need? A coin cell battery or a regular pill battery, like a AA or a AAA battery, correct? And that will be your power source. So if we want something to turn on or to be powered, we need a power source, whether it's the coin cell battery or the solar panel, correct? So let's put those two aside. Next, we need something for electricity to travel through. So hold up the various items that you have in front of you that allows for electricity to travel. Hold them up proud. There's no more photos, you're fine. I'm not documenting, so that's up to you. Yes. Wires, someone has their breadboard up. We're going to go about the breadboard in a second. But wires are made of what type of material?
Metal.
Copper, metal. They're made of metal, sometimes copper, sometimes stainless steel, sometimes. Why do we not put forks in power outlets?
Because that's good.
Like no one's ever seen the cartoons about the fork and it's like anytime? Because electricity travels through metal. So we need to make sure if we want electricity to travel from point A to point B, we need to have a connection. And if electricity only travels through metal, that means we have to use something with metal, like our wires or a power cord, correct? The next item I want you to clear off the docket. We want to control what happens between point A and point B, correct? Because sometimes I don't want electricity to do what it wants it to do. I want to control it, correct? I want you to raise up the items in front of you that will control the path of electricity. How do you show who's the master? I was about to say daddy, and that just went really weird. That just went really weird.
Can you repeat the question?
Show me what will allow for you to control electricity. Raise it up high. There are several items. There's not just one right answer. What you got right? Raise it up high. You know I'm kind of blind and it's dark in here. So, the colorful thing that's either red or green, what is that called? It's a push button. The thing that slides back and forth is called a what? A switch. A switch and push buttons allow for us to control the path of electricity. Now some of you picked up this board, correct? This technically does control the path of electricity because it allows for you to program how you want the electricity from the power source to be dispersed. This also technically allows for you to control how electricity travels. We'll touch upon this in a moment. I want everyone to raise their breadboard. I want to see some breadboards. I'm hungry. Let me I can have the joy of feeling like I'm an old maid slicing bread on my breadboard. So, a breadboard back in the day used to be the board that you used to slice bread. Because before the 1960s, you couldn't go into a supermarket and buy sliced bread. Yeah, I know. Dark times. Dark times. Couldn't even get eggs really at the grocery store before the 1960s. Yeah. My mother likes to remind me every time I waste her eggs. But besides that point, so back in the day, nerds like me will go into their mother's kitchen, they'll steal the breadboard, and then they'll go into their father's shed and get some nails and some wire. And the way we made electronic circuits back in the day is we would nail the metal pieces into the breadboard and wrap the wire around each of the nails in order to make a circuit. Now, breadboards no longer are made using breadboard pieces, right? Now we have these fancy oh my God, these fancy plastic pieces. You guys even have the different variation on the breadboard in front of you, right? The ones that look like Lego pieces. Who does not have these? I got you. Who else needs a breadboard? Give me 1 second to the LED. So, if you look at the breadboards that are the Lego pieces, look up. The ones that look like Lego pieces and the big white ones with the 2 rails, you'll notice there's a huge difference. Breadboards nowadays, they don't look like the wood pieces with nails sticking out of them. What they look like now is manufactured plastic pieces. But remember, what material did I say allows for electricity to travel from point A to point B? Look inside your breadboard. I want you to tilt it, and what do you see glimmering back at you? Metal. So the reason why we like breadboards, quick question, I'm sorry, I may be losing my mind. Where are my LEDs?
Oh, you gave it to us.
Thank you. I was like, I have 2 boxes of all the things I should be missing. This should not be it. So if you look inside your breadboard, you see metal, correct?
Yes.
So the way we actually make connections using a breadboard is we put our electronic components inside, and we can make sure that electricity flows from where that component is stuck in our breadboard to another component because there are metal rods inside. Now I want you to take another look at your white breadboard, and I want you to tell me what is the difference between the breadboard rails on the side and the ones in the middle. You're going to have to tilt a lot to see it.
The ones on the sides are positive and negative, and
I was waiting for you to finish. They're positive, negative, and? You have to make a comment on what's in the middle.
oh, they're like random. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? Okay, so the rails on the side are positive and negative. Everyone see that? You see like a blue line and you see a red line? And the middle is just random, right? What else do you see?
The wire and the sidebars are vertical, and the middle is horizontal.
Exactly. If you look inside your white breadboard, even use the flashlight on your cell phone for it to reflect a little bit better. I know we don't have a lot of sunlight here. The rails on the side, the metal rail connects vertically. If you look in the middle, it connects horizontally. This is very important. That means electricity on the rails travels down, and electricity in the middle travels across in rows. I cannot tell you how many times someone's been working on a project for 2 days, and they're like, I don't know why it won't turn on. And I just move one plug from the side to another side and go, that is why. It is the equivalent of unplugging and plugging back in an electronic device. So now that you have this knowledge, the last thing you need to know is there's positive and negative when it comes to electricity, correct?
Yes.
Why is there positive and negative? Does anyone know? Electrons flow from one side to another side. I like to remember a little different. If you're not going to be a physics major, you're not going to be a chemistry major, and you do not want to no one's going to judge you.
Am I positive?
Yeah, if you try to be a positive person, that's your 2019 resolution. You're going to try to be a positive person. I said you can lie to me. I like it if you lie to me. I don't want to keep looking at you like, is she going to trip me when I walk by here? Besides, positive people, don't you always like to be with other positive folks?
Yeah.
Doesn't it bring down the group when you have a negative person in the room? Like if I was like, y'all don't know how to do electronics, I'm like, oh, that's on you. Like, I don't know what you've been doing with your life. You wouldn't want to be in this classroom, right? You're probably like, that was the worst workshop of today. Positive likes to be with positive, and negative folks like to stew in their negativity, and they should stay with negative folks. This sounds crazy, but I want you to put your LED in your hand. Everyone should have enough LEDs that you can put one in your hand. Now put it in the palm of your hand and tell me, what do you notice with your LED? It's metal, right?
There's a positive.
You can yell it out. There's
a positive and negative side.
Okay, maybe yelling out was a bad idea. One leg is longer than the other, probably because one leg is positive and one leg is negative, right?
Yeah.
So what I want you to do. Hi, how you doing? Okay. So, what I want you to do. Remember I said positive people stay with positive folks. Negative people like to stay with negative folks. Now you know what your breadboard does. You know the majority of the components in front of you. Move the blue creepy spider thing away and the charging cable. I want you for the next 2 minutes to focus on turning your lights on using your breadboard. Does that make sense? Every 30 seconds, I will give you a hint to help you on your journey. Is that a deal? I can't hear from everyone. Is that a deal? Yeah. Okay, I just need to make sure that you're on the same page with me because I don't want anybody getting lost on this journey. We good?
Yes.
Starting now. See? Oh wait, 45 more seconds. I have timers. Sorry, I was like, what is buzzing right now? The timer. turn it 90?
Flip it.
Yeah.
Flip it? Flip it real good.
Tell me what I was thinking of that too.
I was thinking
Wait,
that.
but you have to make sure the long side, oh, never mind.
Wait. What were you gonna say?
The
What were you
wrong
gonna say?
side needs to be on the.
Yeah, the long side has to be on positive, and the short has to be on negative.
So forgive me, I am like looking at the internet gods that beat. One sec. So the long side needs to be on the positive rail right here, right?
Yeah.
Let's see if that happened. Did it turn on?
No, because you need a battery.
Because I need a what?
You need a battery.
Why do I need a battery?
Because you need a power source.
I need a power source. Who says?
I
Oh, so you did listen to me. Okay, as long as we're on the same page. So what kind of battery source do I need? Is that a coin cell?
Yeah.
Guys, come on. I'm trying to feed you the answers.
Why is it so?
So what did I say needs to stick with positive people?
Positive.
Positive. So I need to stick this here?
Yes.
Awesome sauce. Where are my negatives supposed to go? Negative. See, you didn't know you were getting an Oprah talk and learning about hardware at the same time. So, do you think we're ready? Let's see what happens. Did the light turn on? Now
No.
what?
Wait, did it?
Yeah.
Wait, did it?
Oh, yeah.
So, what happens if I need my LED not to be on that side with the power rails? What do I need to do for right here?
You need to connect it with a wire.
I need a what?
A wire.
I need it with the wire? Where the
Yeah.
wire need to go?
You need to put one jumper wire from negative from the short side to the negative, and then from the positive.
Okay, Ramona. So I'm going to say this here. That is not correct. I'm going to tell you why. What did we say about the rails on the side? They flow vertically or going straight down on the power rails, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what happens here. How did it light up? Horizontally. So if electricity is flowing through both the positive and negative, is anything going to happen? Because if you have a positive person with a negative person, is anyone getting anything out of that interaction? It's neutral, right? So we want to keep them separated. If this rail is separate from this rail, we need to rotate our LED, right? So what we're going to do, see, this is me cheating for the sake of time because my computer has decided not to rotate. We're going to do it this way, right? So now the positive angle, or the positive leg, is by itself, and the negative leg is by itself, right? Now to your point, I know where you were going with it. I'm going to redeem you, girl. I got you. I knew where you were going with it. You want to connect the positive rail to the positive leg of the LED, correct?
Yes.
So you have to connect it this way. Then you want to connect the negative line to the negative leg of the LED this way. And I'm going to change the colors because, you know, as you can tell, I like to be like a fashionista, so I'm just going to make sure this is like clear for everybody to see. And also because I just like